You think Megalodon was scary? There was a whale that could bite it in half. A fish with a buzzsaw for a mouth. Megalodon wasn't even close to being the most terrifying thing in the ocean. These are 10 sea monsters that make Megalodon look like a goldfish. Some had jaws that could crush submarines. A few are still alive today, hiding in the deepest parts of our oceans. Prepare to see why Megalodon was just the beginning. Starting at number 10 on our list, frilled shark. The frilled shark looks like what would happen if a snake and a shark had a nightmare baby. This thing has been swimming around unchanged for 80 million years, and it's still one of the creepiest predators in the ocean. It has 300 needle-sharp teeth arranged in 25 rows, all pointing backward so nothing can escape once it bites down. When it strikes, it coils its entire body like a serpent and lunges forward. Unlike Megalodon's crushing bite, the frilled shark swallows its prey whole. Scientists think it might hunt by sensing electrical fields from other animals' heartbeats. Imagine something tracking you by the sound of your own fear, moving through the water like an underwater ghost. At number 9, we have bobbit worm. This isn't technically a sea monster, but it's scarier than most. The bobbit worm can grow up to 10 feet long and spends its entire life buried in the sand, waiting to slice unsuspecting prey completely in half. When a fish swims overhead, the worm explodes from its burrow faster than you can blink, grabbing the victim with razor-sharp jaws and dragging it underground. The attack happens so quickly that fish are often cut in two before they realize what hit them. But here's what makes it scarier than Megalodon. Megalodons had to hunt actively. Bobbit worms just wait. They can remain motionless for months, then strike with the force of a steel trap. Number 8 on our list is Chronosaurus. Chronosaurus was named after the Greek titan who ate his own children, and this marine reptile lived up to its name. At 36 feet long with a skull bigger than a small car, it was the ocean's ultimate apex predator during the age of dinosaurs. Its jaws were nearly 10 feet long and packed with teeth the size of bananas. But unlike Megalodon, which had to ram its prey, Chronosaurus could grab and shake victims like a massive crocodile. Fossil evidence shows it ate other marine reptiles and even smaller members of its own species. The terrifying part: its bite force was concentrated in a smaller area than Megalodon's, meaning it could pierce through armor that would have stopped the giant shark. Coming in at number 7 are Leopuridon. Leopuridon was the ocean's perfect killing machine during the Jurassic period. At 25 feet long with an 11,000-pound bite force, it could smell a drop of blood from miles away and track prey across entire ocean basins. What made it scarier than Megalodon was its speed and intelligence. While Megalodon was basically a massive battering ram, Leopuridon was a precision hunter. It had 4 massive flippers that made it incredibly maneuverable. Its skull was pure nightmare fuel, nearly 7 feet long with teeth designed to puncture and tear, rather than just crush. Some scientists think it might have even hunted in packs. The number 6 spot belongs to Mosasaurus. The Mosasaurus was basically a dragon that decided to live in the ocean. At up to 50 feet long, it was larger than most megalodons. But what made it truly terrifying was its double-hinged jaw that could unhinge like a snake's. This thing could swallow a great white shark whole. Its jaw mechanism allowed it to engulf prey much larger than its head, something Megalodon could never do. It had flippers like a whale but the hunting instincts of a crocodile. Fossil evidence shows it was incredibly aggressive, even by prehistoric standards. Mosasaurus fossils have been found with bite marks from other Mosasaurus, suggesting they fought each other regularly. For the number 5 position, we have Dunlostas. Dunlostas wasn't technically a shark, but it was scarier than any shark that ever lived. This 30-foot armored fish had no teeth. Instead, its jawbones were sharpened into razor-sharp cutting plates that could slice through almost anything. Its bite force of 11,000 pounds per square inch was focused on those blade-like jaws, making it capable of cutting other armored fish in half with a single bite. Unlike Megalodon, which relied on size and brute force, Dunlostas was a precision killer. The most terrifying part? It was cannibalistic. Fossil evidence shows they regularly ate smaller members of their own species. They were basically swimming tanks with guillotine jaws. Moving up to number 4, we find Helicoprion. Helicoprion had one of the most bizarre and terrifying feeding mechanisms ever discovered. Instead of normal teeth, its lower jaw extended into a spiral of razor-sharp teeth that worked like a living buzzsaw. Scientists aren't entirely sure how it used this spiral jaw, but the most accepted theory is that it would hook prey with the spiral and then rotate its jaw to slice victims into ribbons. Imagine being caught by a shark that doesn't just bite you, it grinds you up alive. What makes it scarier than Megalodon is the psychological horror. Megalodon gave you a quick death. Helicoprion would have slowly processed you through its spiral of teeth while you were still conscious. Our number 3 pick is giant squid. The giant squid isn't extinct. It's still out there, hiding in the deep ocean and growing larger than we ever imagined. Recent discoveries have found specimens over 40 feet long, with eyes the size of dinner plates and tentacles covered in rotating hooks. What makes it scarier than Megalodon is its intelligence. While Megalodon was just a big predator, giant squids are problem solvers with the intelligence to plan attacks. They can regenerate lost limbs, see in complete darkness, and change color to become invisible. But here's the really terrifying part. We've found scars on sperm whales that suggest giant squids, much larger than anything we've caught. Some scientists think there might be specimens over 100 feet long lurking in the deepest trenches. In the runner-up position at number 2, we have Livotan melvillei. Livotan was a sperm whale with the largest teeth ever discovered, some over a foot long. But unlike modern sperm whales that eat squid, Livotan hunted other whales. It was basically a whale designed to kill whales. At 60 feet long with a bite force that dwarfed Megalodon's, Livotan could have easily killed and eaten the famous giant shark. Its teeth were designed for slicing through blubber and bone, and its massive brain gave it the intelligence to coordinate complex hunting strategies. Fossil evidence suggests Livotan and Megalodon lived in the same oceans at the same time. The fact that Megalodon went extinct while other large whales survived suggests that Livotan might have actually outcompeted the giant shark. And finally, taking the top spot at number 1 is Big Fin Squid. The big fin squid is still alive today, and it might be the most terrifying thing in our oceans. It's been spotted fewer than 30 times since 1998, but every sighting reveals something more disturbing about this deep-sea nightmare. Its arms can stretch over 20 feet long and are thinner than spaghetti, allowing it to reach into crevices and grab prey that other predators can't reach. But what makes it truly terrifying is that we have no idea how large they can get or how many there are. Unlike any prehistoric monster, the big fin squid exists in our oceans right now. Every time we spot one, it's at a different depth in a different part of the world, suggesting they might be everywhere, watching us from the deep. Megalodon might have been big, but these monsters were smarter, weirder, and deadlier. Some used precision instead of brute force. And the scariest part, some of these creatures might still be out there, evolved and perfected over millions of years. What other monsters are hiding in the deep ocean that make even these look harmless?